This is Sip Sip with Egan. I am Egan. This is Flanegan Bainon.
Bainon.
Yeah.
Don't ask me how, but yeah, the pronunciation memang Bainon.
Oh ya kan, kalau all the O di keningau, it will always be like
Yeah.
Yeah. So the name koningau jadi keningau.
Keningau,
kan? I jadi O jadi I.
I know this back in high school lah, Form 5. When I see the original word Koningau.
Yeah.
And I see my surname Bainon. Related kan? Tiba-tiba saya tanya sendiri. The pronunciation lah. Yeah.
It's the size of orang keningau punya mulut. Semua kecil-kecil. Dia boleh sebut O. Flanegan is a photographer. And we're in the same collective lah, Kreko Art Group. And
Ages ago.
tapi jarang betul kami jumpa. Ini orang selalu di Japan lah, Korea lah, mana entah lah.
Panai hilang lah. Yeah.
So you're here now? How?
In KL, KK lah. But starting October onwards, memang I'll spend more time in KK lah.
Right.
Yeah.
How's MCO?
Luckily, time MCO, I'm in KK, stuck di KK.
So okay lah, food supply semua
Everything
tidak
free
masalah.
lah. Yeah. But at the same time pun I got laid back lah, time MCO. Because I work as actually I work for it's like apa? Medical technology ke, health tech in KL. Based in Hong Kong, but they have an office in KL. They hire me as a UI UX designer. So my goal memang maybe work for them for 1 year or 2 years. After that, with all the savings I have, can start my own lah. Less than 7 months, tiba-tiba, we need to let you go.
I mean,
usually like people dramatic like let me go. Okay lah, I understand the situation, and then the HR team pun like, oh, okay, you understand, like, yeah.
you're like,
yeah.
You don't need me, right? Kan?
I say you don't need me. I already finished the interface. I finished the system design. What else do you want me to do? Yeah, thank you for your understanding, this one. But we will really miss you lah. It's very.
We wanted to give you cash, but since you understand, then tidak payahlah kasi.
Yeah, maybe they change their mind. You know, yeah.
Aduh. Okay, kita rewind lah untuk orang yang tidak tahu si Flanegan. We go back to his roots lah.
My roots.
Well, what made you this creative person? Cuba kau cerita. Begitu.
I'm not a good student.
Why ah?
I don't like to study.
Oh, it's not because of the system ke apa?
Not the system. I can say blame my uncle lah yang di Keningau tu. Kau belajar pintar-pintar kah jadi doktor, nanti ada juga yang bodoh-bodoh classmate kau jadi kaya di belakang kau. It's like that time is really open my mind. I was like 9 years old and terus saya fikirlah sana duduk. Betul gadis uncle cakap saya.
So this is like an uncle yang midlife crisis ke yang
mabuk, time dia mabuk. No, Keningau kan family gathering.
Okay.
Of course like my cousin say, mana ada kalau kau belajar betul-betul memang kau berjaya. That time I'm like sitting down, somehow true. Cause I see last year in KK, my mom like Chinese, my father Kadazan, I have like cultural clash bah. So I see these two kind of people, I say betul juga. I met this uncle like very forward tapi driving big cars and then likes to show off this and that. I say, apa my uncle cakap betul. After that I forgot lah until I Form 2 kah. Sana baru I can see like once I start observing people, then I see like, oh yeah, oh. And then once you talk the system, and then I started to be curious about the system lah that we didn't know yang kita kena ajar di sekolah. Then from there memang I didn't belajar.
The frustration starts lah.
Not frustration, then I straight away know lah. Even teacher say, tengok, kenapa geografi kau can get 99 marks but your mathematics kau dapat like 10 marks saja. Mathematics you need to plus minus itu saja, because when you earn money is plus minus. Cikgu terdiam ni. And then geography, you look at the map, logic lah. Yeah. I won the geography contest di sekolah dulu because of they say negara mana yang ada 9 apa? 9 have 9 time zone.
Just look at the apa lah.
No, less than 1 second I straight away no, Russia. And then budak science stream yang terkejut ni tengok saya. Logik kan Russia panjang saya. The teacher sama macam mana? Russia kan 1, 2, 3 memang 9 lah. Mana ada country ada 9 lagi ya saya. Yeah. So already straight away know lah what the way of thinking. But the funny thing is saya kena jadi pengawas juga dulu. Yeah. Cause I'm like the one pandai pendiam, and then kalau orang berlawan saya pernah yang cucuk dorang suruh stop berlawan ni. Yeah. Cause I have that character yang temper terus tiba-tiba very relaxed guy apa. So I think time to Cikgu Agatha, the discipline teacher.
Apa sekolah ni?
Asal.
Oh, Agatha.
Cikgu Agatha. She don't remember me cause I met her 2 years ago. Bila saya di KK at Tanjung Ngaru Sunny Supermarket.
Dia tinggal
Hi,
tu lah.
Cikgu Agatha. She look at me. Who are you? Oh, it's okay lah. Teacher nice name. I'm the only pengawas that time didn't come from Form 6 atau Science stream. I'm the only one from apa ni? The art stream.
Huh.
Yeah, and then I found out why the reason because the teacher knows saya kenal all the budak baik and also yang budak nakal ka.
Oh, ni kita punya mall ni memang.
Yeah. Flanegan actually dia simple guy tapi dia kenal yang budak baik, yang budak science stream, dia pun boleh jadi kawan sama Samseng.
After school di mana kau hang out?
After school, dulu I'm into, memang dari dulu I listen to hardcore music kan. So always with those hardcore punya budak lah itu, Wawasan Plaza kah?
Oh.
The cyber cafe I forget what's the name already.
Banyaklah tempat tu.
Yeah, and also Mo Studio lah and Jam. Apa tu nama jamming studio di
Asia City.
Asia City. I can't remember the name.
Most lah, most.
Mos bah kan?
Yeah.
Nama lah, Mos lah. Mos Studio.
Okay.
Quite active lah. I have like 4 bands. Dulu band Nameless. When the drummer balik kampung, dorang pandai cari saya, kami ada gigs besok, kau boleh jadi drummer kah? Saya tahu satu lagu kamu saja. Kau hantam memang kau punya apa lagu jalan tu sama tu rhythm and tune. Saya okay lah. Yeah, so I've played for them for 3 kali kalau tak silap. Yeah.
Nameless ah?
Nameless.
Okay. I
Dulu
don't remember that band.
quite famous lah dulu that band.
Alright.
Yeah, I also have a few band lah, like Mind Ska. Like
Ini tahun berapa ni?
2000 what year? Saya masuk Form 1 1999 until 2003 for the 5 years lah. Form 1 sampai Form 5.
2003.
Memang saya active in underground band lah, but not anymore. Yeah. I listen to underground band, I listen to everything. I listen to J-pop, Cantopop, Mandopop time tu, but that passion memang hardcore lah dulu.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, did you like photography in like these times, like
That
in
times
high
no,
school?
I have no idea about photography or video. I do video because my father have home video punya camera kan dulu. So kata di Lasal we do lots of silly stuff lah. Like I think if I still have the footage can become like a documentary of teenagers back in the days ni. We do lots of silly stuff lah.
I wish I had.
Masih ingat lagi dulu my kawan berak dia apa tandas, my friend saya pinjam kau punya kamera, apa kamu buat? He lari tu tandas pergi record. Terus dia tengok kawan kau berak. But I didn't delete, I keep it. My father say, hey, you guys so wild toh. Bukan saya yang ambil gambar. I said, no, bukan saya ambil video. Should I delete it? My friend say, memory bah.
So it's still here now? Kau masih simpan?
Yeah, I think the problem with the tape dulu is expensive. So let's say just for shock sendiri, all the tape pandai di-record balik lah for other trip.
Aduh, sayang kan?
Yeah. The only,
if only it was like hard disk kan, boleh transfer stock.
Because dulu I
Tiga
have one uncle own a production house. Sekarang not anymore lah. So every band saya perform kan, my father will bring the tape, ask my uncle to convert to CD.
Oh.
Cause time too expensive kan, but my
What
father get it
production
for
house is
free.
Apa production house ni?
Dilintas dulu, I can't remember the name. Yeah.
Macam atas tu bakery tu kah?
Ayolah, that time, atas bakery. Sekarang punya atas bakery lah, ya. So instead of people always whine about want to convert your video tape to CD, time tu mahal kan?
Yeah.
My father always dapat free lah. Because relative kan? Yeah.
Oh, I think diorang punya signboard is still up ni.
I think so.
Yeah.
Because the last time I went there was in 2010. Dia suruh datang yang, come and lepak lah. So I think, uncle still alive kah? This my uncle, don't look down on me. No, I thought lama sudah caplap. Dia cakap.
Caplap.
Yeah.
So the first camcorder was during school times lah.
High school, Form 1, Form 5, yeah. Because my father straight away bought camcorder actually for us for travel bah.
So how did it turn into a photography camera?
Photography when I was at SIA.
Okay.
Yeah, SIA.
Yeah, Flanegan was telling me about how this started. Would you like to mau cerita atau? About
I fall in love with photography.
mula-mula sebelum tu kau bilang you like to do something else.
Oh. Stories like this. I wanted to study fashion design. But not those fashion design what you see on TV lah. More on avant-garde like Yoji Yamamoto punya style.
No idea.
Like very
Nanti lah saya
minimal.
bikin homework.
you can-
Yoji?
Yeah, Yoji Yamamoto. That kind of fashion.
Okay.
I'm into. That's why I always wear black lah sampai sekarang. Dari dulu, even time high school pun, every time my father give me a present like baju Adidas, I want black. My father like, how to find black? Kami selalu quarrel lah. So if tiada black, don't need to buy lah. Save you money. Dia cakap. So Yoji Yamamoto, I told my father says, so you finish your... Before that, I took a short course at KL for 9 months. Itu pun kena paksa. It's related about graphic lah,
Okay.
DTP. Basically everything lah, you design display board, billboard, time to before digital. So 9 months and then move back to KK. Then SIA offer lah, you don't need to masuk on the first year because you already know all the basic. You can use Photoshop, Illustrator, Corel Draw time to.
Yes.
Yeah. So the teacher say you can masuk on second year lah, so you only have 1.5 year to complete your diploma. Then I tell my father lah straight away, fashion design lah. Bah. Then time saya register, my father balik, you will study graphic design. Look at my father lah. Time tu cannot speechless lah kan. Then I just accept the fact lah, okay, I'll study graphic design.
Did he had anything to worry about this? Dia
think-
risau kah?
Dia perspektif, he thought all fashion design, lelaki yang belajar fashion design lah, yang gitunya.
Okay.
Gitu ya. Yeah.
But
Maybe he never seen a guy really do a man punya fashion design lah.
how do you feel now? I mean, you still want to go into fashion?
There's a great stories. I met someone who's into fashion, who's in fashion industry di KL.
Okay.
He can source all the materials that saya betul-betul mau lah.
Oh.
So I did ask him lah, if I start fashion like avant-garde right now, is it the right time? Anytime I can help you aja. Because he's also into fashion branding. Yeah, so the KL Fashion Week memang dia cakap he can help me like bring in the fashion brand. But I say like, okay, not now lah. When I'm ready, like I already know what kind of collection I want, baru saya buat lah. And then the guy also terkejut, I didn't know you're into this fashion. Like, since young, just that. It's already, sudah simpan di dalam lah. Yeah.
But you have to take graphics lah.
Yeah, I take graphics because my father paid the school fees kan. So I just take it graphic, then graphic okay juga lah. You take photos, take videos, dulu website HTML, and then Flash.
Oh yeah. Oh my god. Yes.
I still remember like I did one Flash website macam 50 megabytes kan, 50 megabytes dulu heavy, right? Yeah, so I did a 50 megabyte Flash, like complete one. Quite interesting lah dulu. And then I went to, my father suddenly randomly lah, okay, let's travel to Europe, to Italy. I look at my father lah. The whole family kah ya? Oh bagus lah. So I went to first time travel to Italy with the family. I think on the second week I was at Florence. Sana lah baru I found out I'm so into photography ni. Cause that time memang ada orang buat photoshoot of the statue kan. In Italy lots of statue. So the photographer with a large format camera, time tu I don't know lah. He's on the crane and then all the lighting. Saya tengok lah was in aula for half an hour. Yeah. Dan saya pun
Umur kau
sibuk
berapa
lah.
tu?
Time tu baru 19 years old ke. Yeah. Then sama berhenti and then try to brave myself lah. Ask them what is this? Oh we are doing a photo shoot for this museum art gallery catalog.
These Italians
In Italy, Florence. Yeah. Then from there, like less than 1 second, I said, oh, okay, I'll be a photographer lah.
Well, what did you see in that? How apa yang bikin kau excited?
No, I like the way everything ni in the set, the lampu, and then you just focus on the subject, and then you see they keep on changing the lampu. They add like tracing paper, and then you can see the subject like tiba-tiba worth $1 million punya value kah. Like from a very harsh light, like you can see all the scratch of the statue, and then suddenly when they add this and that, and then you look at the statue and nampak cantik, and then I realized actually photographer is a responsible artist job kah, to make it looks more nice tapi still remain original ni.
And this is before itu gambar kena ambil masuk Photoshop kena edit.
This one is a large format camera, 4x5 punya film lah.
Okay.
So once you take photo, you still have to send to the to develop your film.
So what they did was they put itu apa lah?
All the hitam everything lah. The filter tiada, just the camera they just adjust lah. Make sure the subject semua lurus, and then banyak lampu lah yang besar, those I think 5,000 watts of spotlight kah.
Shit.
Standing there lah half an hour in all, like wah. Photography is like my calling ni sana. So cause sana I'm the only person standing behind camera, just like directing the light. And take one photo, dia buka, dia pusing, saya pun blur, kamera pun gitu kah? Pusing, tukar film, ambil gambar. And then pass the big film, apa orang panggil? The black slide kah? To the assistant. The assistant ambil, bagi orang, dong simpan dalam bag. It's like, syok pula jadi photographer from there. And then from there, balik rumah, so my father, saya mau jadi photographer. My father yang blur ni. Why out of the blue? Yeah.
Okay. When did you get your first camera?
First camera on my final year lah di SIA. It's a film camera, Nikon F75 kah.
Okay.
Yeah, from there tangan gatal lah. Yeah.
Film lagi tu.
Film, I shoot everything ni.
You process yourself kah? Atau kau
Time tu memang tidak proses, tidak kena ajar sudah. So they will ask you just to process, send to kedai gambar ni to process. Yeah. But time tu saya untung, cause I met this camera owner. He say we have expired film. Like 2 months old. And I say what's the difference lah? The color will be different but not really obvious lah. Well, I give you everything for 50 ringgit kah time tu. Ambil saja. So that time memang trial and error lah, cause the time tu cikgu pun dia tiada ajar all the basic photography lah. So I just take the camera, masuk film, ambil gambar, develop semua putih ni.
Oh shoot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually memang I confused lah, apa putih ni. And then I think my father he's know the basic, cause dulu dia pun into photography as a hobby kan.
Okay.
He said, overexposure ni semua. I wanted to shoot sunset. Ayalah, I don't know what are you doing, my father cakap. Yeah. Then a month later baru the teacher teach us lah the basic. What is aperture, f-stop, what is shutter speed, and what is ISO in your film. Every time you beli film, make sure it's either ISO 100 or 400.
Itu yang ASA dia bilang tu kan?
ASA, ya ASA. ASA 50, I think is 100, ISO 100 gitulah dulu.
Yeah. Yo, ingat balik ke semua tu. Ya lama sudah.
Lama.
Did SIA really help you with this atau you need to go somewhere else to learn?
Yeah, they taught me the basic lah. Once I know the basic, gatal tangan, I try like long exposure on trail light, and then like panning. Semua yang dulu, those, you know, when you really passionate, wanted to understand more about photography. Yeah, I try everything and then sudah confident lah. Now I can do what I want to do. And then suddenly move into apa lah. Suddenly the teacher say, okay, you have to shoot portrait. And then cikgu kasih tunjuk lah all the portrait. And I say like, macam mana cikgu buat ni? And then when I take portrait, I don't get the result kah. Then saya pun gatal tangan lah. I went to magazine shop. What? Iwase kah di Wisma Merdeka?
Yeah.
Of course, time tu they have lots of like National Geographic and a few commercial photo punya magazine kan. I went there and check see all the photo lah. Say how they do this? It's impossible to get that result on camera. So got one book they say lah how to do, and then now I realize actually they also do like hand Photoshop lah back in the days in darkroom. Yeah.
What's hand Photoshop?
Basically in the darkroom before you want to print the image, you have to determine the brightness, whether you want it very bright or you have to push it half a stop gitu lah. But of course ini tidak kena ajar lah. You just take photo, you develop your film, and then they give you a 4R lah di sini.
Hantar pergi kedai.
Yeah. I managed to try that when I was in Australia University, because saya sambung fotografi kan. Yeah. So they have all the dark room, everything. I still remember lah first time when I entered dark room or proper dark room in Australia, ada menangis sikit because time di SIM memang berangan-angan wanted to do this stuff lah. Yeah. And then when I see a big enlarger, I'm like, oh, I still remember I hold it. And then my housemate, time tu, my classmate also lah, look at me like, do you have fetish with an enlarger? No, you have no idea. I've been wanting to try this. Saya cakap. Yeah.
What's an enlarger?
Enlarger is basically what you see on Lightroom lah sekarang. Cause Lightroom you need to apa? Change the brightness, the contrast. So enlarger is you have to have a photo paper.
Astaga.
And then usually photo paper is around 30 seconds lah to expose to get your photo. That's how dulu they print a photo lah from an enlarger. So within 30 seconds you have to calculate lah. Let's say if the brightness you want it to very bright, you have to push to 40 seconds, but you have to cover all the detail.
Astaga.
Yeah.
Sangat manual ni.
Manual habis lah. So from there I know lah like
So kalau salah buang.
Yeah, buang lah. I waste a lot of paper time tu. I waste a lot of chemical paper. Until one day my father called, why you spend like 2,000 ringgit on photography equipment, I mean all the chemical lah. Time tu pun rasa bersalah lah like, oh yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't check the bank account apa when because he gave me a credit card pa. Saya jangan pakai ya, only use when you really use it. Time tu gatal tangan lah, go to camera shop, buy chemical, buy paper, slot. And then he called me like, why 2,000? And then, oh yeah, sorry, I'm experimenting right now on photography. So I said, oh okay lah. I think my father mau marah tapi last like, oh, okay lah.
Kalau tidak, I go to fashion lah. Bilang kan.
Yeah.
No. Dah, satu lagi kan.
Yeah. But okay lah, I learn a lot, and then I also have opportunity lah to assist a few photographer as a student time tu.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's how I earn my first income lah as a photo assistant di Australia.
Macam tutor lah juga?
Not tutor, but I'm helping a photographer lah. Assistant, yeah. So,
saya ingat, when you say helping, saya ingat dia belajar kau ajar dia.
Oh bukan.
Oh dia professional.
So when he have photo shoot, like corporate portrait ke atau fashion photo shoot, then he will just call someone lah in the university who are interested to assist.
Kau jadi cakung dia lah.
Jadi cakung lah.
Wow.
I learn a lot and also earn at the same time lah. So that time tu pun like reduce the expenses ka.
Yes.
Yeah, for my parents. But of course I didn't tell them lah I work, cause if my mom calls, cukup ka duit? And it's like, if you can transfer okay lah. My mom transfer lah gitu. Yeah. That's how my life lah in Australia. Yeah.
Tahun berapa kau balik sini? Like after kau grad?
From Australia. After graduate, saya tinggal sana 3 bulan saya after graduate. Terus decide not to get the TR, temporary resident. Saya terus balik lah. And then I work for a online news portal ka, which already disband lah, not exist anymore for them.
Oh.
So I work 1.5 year lah. Yeah.
Alright.
And then within 1.5 year, I did quit for a few months. because I'm helping my uncle to do a photo documentary about his video project lah, time tu. So travel all around Sabah, dia ambil video, interview orang kampung, saya di belakang ambil gambar for him.
Huh.
Yeah.
That sounds interesting.
So that's my first experience lah, discover the whole Sabah. And I realized that the east coast and west coast of Sabah is a different world.
Yes. Really.
Yeah.
I guess now there's a lot of proper documentation sudah lah kan.
Yeah.
Photography. I mean, we have like people like Amri
Yeah.
doing their thing, very good job. Tapi selain dari Amri, siapa lagi yang selain dari Flanegan Bainon?
To be honest, I have no idea because I'm really
Yeah.
into my own world. So usually people will approach me. So that's how I know Suchong. I know him from Australia. 'Cause before
Really?
that, he was still in Australia kan.
Apa dia punya company tu?
Pro art.
Pro Art.
Yeah.
They do like really really good printing. Masih lagi?
Fine art printing, not anymore lah. Yeah.
Sayang. But he would know if I'll give his link lah di bawah.
Yeah.
Nanti pandai-pandai lah kamu.
But I believe he will recommend photo media lah
Yeah.
to print photo. Yeah, di KL.
Photo media. Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah. How did you establish your own name di sini? I mean, lepas kau balik.
Saya pun tidak tahu.
You just do your thing lah.
I do my thing.
What's your thing?
My thing is I just take photo, post online, and then time tu I'm a very active blogger lah. Just post about photography stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I follow your vlogs.
Mhm.
Blogger.com.
Quite active lah dulu until one day don't know something went wrong with my mind. I just delete the whole thing without backup.
Yeah kah?
Yeah. Because I
man.
realized like every time saya jalan keluar kan, Flanegan, ambil gambar gak? Like, yeah. So I feel uncomfortable ni tiba-tiba. Like bukan silap lah, tiba-tiba like you shock jalan-jalan keke ambil gambar. Like maybe someone read your blogs, tiba-tiba pernah approach. And then I realized, alah, what if I just want to be a photographer, but I still want to share my photo. So then I delete everything, I just focus on Flickr lah. Then from Flickr, I know lah a few photographers in KK. Not KK lah, Sabah, like in Labuan in Sabah. Then from there, I started to know a few people lah.
Okay, let's go to your methodology lah kan. A lot of people, a lot of people in the scene lah, they were asking kenapa Flanegan punya gambar sangat minimum atau almost no description. Why do you do that?
At first, I started with description. And then someone leave a comment on Flickr.
Oh.
Your description is much more understandable than the photo sometimes. Now I understand why you took this photo lah from the description. Okay. And from there, saya pun fikir sendiri. I cannot sleep for one day ni. Is description important? I ask myself. What if I just want the photo, people look at the photo, and then suddenly they start curious, they ask themselves lah. Which I believe it works because a lot of people ask me. Even right now. Not even in Malaysia, even in Japan. Yeah. The first thing when they ask me, instead of, I like your photo, they ask, why do you take this photo? Do you have stories behind it? Yeah. Then I tell them the story lah. That's how I think I found my voice kah people. It's not found my voice lah.
Okay.
I started to have that kind of I call it the Flanegan way lah, or my way gitu.
Hey, take a break kejap. Batuk.
Oh, okay. Of course, when I got hired to do commission for photo exhibition, of course there's a statement lah. Itu saya, I will write my artist statement, and then when they look at the photo, one word saya usually saya simpan. Either the place of the location, yeah. Because I want the people just look at the picture instead of mata dia tinguk bawah ni. The words. Yeah.
Oh.
Because I want to people to be more curious lah. They will ask themselves.
So
yeah.
this will go back to the point of time where you take the photo lah. Apa yang kau nampak, apa yang kau mau frame time tu.
Yeah.
Apa yang Meaning to say, when you took that photo, it's
Before took that photo, I already know lah apa yang saya mau actually.
apa yang kamu cerita sama orang.
Yeah.
And you don't have to write anything.
So I just write the title for the whole series, and then just like artist statement lah, or just a statement. And then I will just want them to look at the picture. If in photo book, just look at the picture, and then keep on scrolling lah. And then tiba-tiba orang pandai balik lagi first page, because suddenly they remember the image.
Does it necessarily have to happen in the series atau?
I think even in a single picture, ada juga people like keep on remember the picture. Especially my first portrait image in Australia, Anima.
Okay.
I have one friend, dia he saw someone try to imitate lah di KK. I don't know who lah. My friend say, oh, someone try to imitate your Anima punya composition and lighting. I said, okay bah, say I'm the jenis if people sudah inspire from my work, for me it's a goal already. Yeah. And then he show it to me lah, and then I said, oh, it's not easy to copy my style lah ya kap. Because behind the scene ada the way I Photoshop, I want like the shadow, the light. That's so well lah. I already found what kind of light.
Kau Photoshop juga?
What? Photoshop, yeah, I do Photoshop.
I think I remember your photos yang
Mana yang nunduk ragang.
oh itu paling kick tu kan.
Yeah.
Kejap. Let's go there later. No. I think there's this picture with students or salaryman ke apa going back from work.
Mm-hmm.
It's like rush hour, but that place looks like this temple-ish, dark because it's black and white.
Oh yeah.
And it raised so many questions. Ini pekerja kah? Ini student kah?
Oh,
ini,
Because in Japan during winter they wearing the macam salaryman punya suits lah. So people if they never seen it for the first time, they always thought, why this young guy wearing suits going to school? Yeah. Because they have 4 seasons kan, so different season they have different uniform. Yeah. That's which is I like Japan very much lah of the 4 season. Not anime, not everything. 4 seasons, yeah. Once you change season, you see everyone tukar ni, yeah.
Well, what I like, my experience there was during the weekday. Bila kami pergi, I was with Japan Foundation kan, banyak ini kursus-kursus lah. Everyone was wearing either beige and white or black and white.
Time autumn lah.
Semua sama.
Yeah.
This was I guess so because it's late summer sudah. Mau berubah sudah. And Sunday tiada orang pakai begitu, semua colourful. Terus yang okay, kenapa begini ya? Oh, it's Sunday. They don't wear colourful during weekdays. Because they don't, even if they can, they won't. You know.
Yeah, depends on the location also lah. Yeah, because if you go to the unique thing about Tokyo itself have like more than 12 cities itself pa. So if you go to Harajuku, people dress different way.
Yeah.
And then just 1 km away, you go to Omotesando, they dress more like posh. And then you go to Shinjuku, orang sana like rugged sikit. And then you go to Shibuya, Shibuya there, all the young people lah go there to have party, so they wear like mau pergi party gitu. Yeah.
Okay. What are the cultures yang very foreign dari Malaysia yang kau nampak sana? Like everyday culture macam I see that the people sana kan dia sangat respect the happy hour.
The happy hour.
Kan? Kau pernah nampak ke tu?
Maybe because I work in a photo like entertainment and creative industry kan. So the happy hour is very random ni first. Yeah.
Macam saya tengok
But I understand what you mean lah. They will respect the time.
the few bars yang ada lah dekat kami tempat kan, it's like 5 to 9 is happy hour lah.
Yeah.
Cheap beer and everything kan. And everyone is like berebut ni. Pukul 5 pergi menginum. Pukul 9 ramai pulang nyanyi-nyanyi tu. Apa hal banyak?
Usually ada 2-3 round lah gitu. They go to this izakaya, minum sama kawan, makan, and then second round those who can sambung pergi different izakaya. The last round will usually
Izakaya apa?
izakaya is like a Japanese bar lah.
Oh.
Yeah. Where you eat all those like those chicken, they fry everything. It's like only 100 yen, 200 yen, so you order banyak lah. Which is actually expensive because the more you order, harga pun naik kan. Yeah. So usually the last one is karaoke lah. So yang sudah mabuk habis, dorang tidurlah di karaoke sampai jam 4-5 pagi. Balik tukar baju, pergi office kerja. Yeah. Saya pernah kena satu kali juga. After finish photo shoot for straight 2 months, then the client happy. From 6 PM until the next day lah, 4 AM. Semua last, I think 4 AM everyone take taxi. Kami just balik studio tidur sampai jam 9 terus sambung kerja. That's my most foreign punya culture. Saya betul-betul mau balik mandi ni what you cannot do cause I have another photo shoot later 12 PM.
Oh my god.
And then my boss time to ask me lah, do you want to go to public bath with me? I look at him, I don't want to see you naked. I say, I'm not Japanese. I say, remember I'm not Japanese. I say, I rather go to like another 2 km walks to another public house, see like strangers who are naked, and saya satu orang sana mandi, rather than see you yang saya kenal kan. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, kau pernah encounter Yakuza?
Yakuza, Shinjuku lah dulu.
Ya.
Just encounter like that lah, never have macam how say dia tengok kau gitu kah.
Macam mana aku tahu dia Yakuza?
My Japanese friend usually pernah gitu tu. Basically Yakuza lah gitu je.
What is that?
Luka kan muka, usually there's the sign of saying that person is Yakuza lah.
Oh.
Yeah. So if the Yakuza look at us, tiba-tiba my friend pernah ikut kindong lah itu. I still remember the situation.
Oh begitu.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a signal.
Yeah, this one Yakuza. Yeah.
I was in Yokohama. Saya pergi masuk this industrial area. Then we went to a building lah. Lupa sudah. So saya masuk lift. And everyone in that elevator semua keluar. Anti-anti lah. Semua keluar. Terus saya punya kawan kan, dia pegang saya punya dada. Sorry ya, dia bilang. Your tattoo, dia bilang. They perceive you as Yakuza. Someone else, dia bilang. Dia cakap, dia sebut tu nama sana. I think it's the one we shall not call their names. Begitulah.
For the old Japanese, especially those grandma, auntie, when you see tattoo, they always have like negative punya apa.
Yeah. Saya bilang, I'm okay mas. Saya bilang, saya relax ya. Tapi dia, ini kawan sangat jatuh ni dia muka macam betul-betul dia apologize lah. Tapi relax lah kan. Di kampung pun jadi. But yeah, they really bukan bilang bukan tidak suka. They have this fear ni. Yang nampak yang we go now. It's okay. You dalam lift kami keluar.
Iya.
Yang betul macam taiko lah rasa.
Yalah. But I think the government since 2009 memang they try to cut down the Yakuza punya activities lah. So you see all the Yakuzas now in Japan are mostly orang tua ni. So all the young generation tidak mau join.
I love the fact that di sana kan di Japan dia jual prosthetic pinkies. Yang ini kan kedong-kedong sedang ada pinky palsu untuk pakai sebila kau in public orang orang tidak pinky dong bilang ini ex Yakuza ni. So bila kau ada itu orang macam okay lah boleh terima sikit.
Yeah, I've seen someone memang tiada pinky lah. Yeah. Banyak kali lah encounter, just that of course I didn't say Yakuza, just like itu sajalah.
Kau sudah keluar. Damn.
Usually dorang jual macam yakitori kah at the stall during summer. Even Kobe paling famous, those even normal punya department store. Paling tengok like elderly guy yang jaga the parking area. Don't know, my eyes pandai automatically yang terus tengok jari ni. Yeah.
This kind of people bahkan kalau yang begitu yang tidak pinky ni, Kau rasa lah dirang ni yang high ranking Yakuza atau just soldiers gitu?
I think majority just soldiers lah. High ranking ada just a leader, begitu biasa. Yeah.
Itu kalau begitu, kalau keluar apa? Bunuh terus?
No, usually just ask you to cut the finger lah, the pinky.
So it's
That's what I heard, yeah.
general. Okay.
It's general, yeah.
Huh.
There's perspective so that when people look at you yang hilang pinky, they know you already get out from Yakuza punya clan lah. Something like that. So I'm also not sure. This one usually my Japanese friends selalu cerita sama saya lah. Cause he thought I'm that kind of foreigner, like really into this kind of culture ni. And I said, no, I'm into J-pop and Four Seasons. Yeah. You're not into Japanese girl? Yeah, J-pop Japanese girl. Saya cakap. Oh, you're very unique guy. So what do you mean? People always come here for anime, for apa, like those, of course like AV gitu kan. Like, you're into J-pop. Dia cakap.
Apa tu?
Yeah.
Maid cafe?
Maid cafe ya. Banyak di Akihabara.
I went to one. Freaking weird, man.
Even for myself, first time saya pergi, I think I went many times just to bring my friend. Still have that, I feel weird all the time lah.
Yeah,
go there. Yeah.
Saya boleh terima.
You know they used to have one in KK also kan?
Yeah, but I think that one
Yeah, not is different lah. Yeah.
masih kau kalau kau masuk, kau masih lagi tidak boleh ikut dia punya
yeah.
style. You can do like what you want. Di sana kau mesti ni.
Yeah, they really act lah when
Yeah.
once they start work.
And what
That's
was
the awkwardness lah for me.
kan?
Yeah.
Like, okay, if you guys don't know what we're talking about,
Maid cafe.
Maid cafe is a place where you go in and you live your anime fantasies, I guess.
Or leave your loneliness for a while and then suddenly you have someone taking care of you lah. Yeah.
Yang betul-betul cringe kan, yang kalau kau panggil the waitress kan, kau mesti panggil dia dengan dia punya action dan dia punya nama. Dia punya nama is Amy Meow Meow.
Yeah lah, they have very weird.
Yeah. So dia meow meow because dia sedih, dia nangis. So meow meow.
Yeah, they will act like that way. Yeah.
If you want to call me, you call me like that. If you don't, I won't come. Dia bilang macam. Kami ada 3 orang.
Sundere. Yeah.
Saya punya kawan dari Thailand, Soifa, Ong Jolin. Saya punya all curators lah time tu. Yang bersigong-sigong bayang, kau lah panggil, kau lah tidak mau, kau lah panggil.
I bring my friends sana, yeah, cause my friend into anime kan, so I just bring them to Akihabara. They all like it. Muka senyum first time I see my friend senyum sampai sini ni.
Oh my God.
Sampai my friend even do lah, you know the move kan, mueh cute.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah,
mueh cute. I look at my friend and like, you know saya di sini 3 tahun kan, first time I see you very happy yo.
ada the Facebook history punya gambar-gambar yang kasih post yang dulu keluar balik kan tu gambar yang no, I'm not sharing this. Ini galap punya zaman dia.
Ada my friend. Banyak kali saya pergi lah.
Ya, itulah tu.
Oh my
God.
I know this one back in Australia. Cause I have one friend memang very otaku ni.
Otaku is?
Otaku like really into Japanese anime, Japanese culture, Gundam, those stuff lah. Yeah. So suddenly, time to I think on my final year, I have intention lah. I might want to test, mau cari kerja in Japan as a photographer for 2-3 years gitu. Just want to experience the life as a photographer in Japan. See what he's so excited, bukan about photography, you know. Suddenly he talk about anime, Gundam. I look at him like, I'm not into those stuff. Let's talk about photography. Oh wow. Oh, imagine if you go to Maid Cafe dia jawab. What is Maid Cafe? Time to punya main innocence ya. But you like Japanese culture dia jawab. I know. What is Maid Cafe? Terus dia search lah online. Time to YouTube ada kan, but very blur. Dia tunjuk lah. Like one of the TV show in Japan. Oh, this is Maid Cafe. Everyone dressed as a maid. They treat you like a king. And then tiba-tiba, you know Japanese they like to show the highlight kan.
Yeah.
More cute lah. I look at my friend now. I will never go there. Saya cakap. Yeah. What, you like J-pop? You like Japanese idol? I don't think maid and Japanese idol is two different worlds. Saya cakap. Yeah.
Yeah. Maid Cafe is
At least you experience it lah.
Yeah, at least I know lah now. Yang terus kau mau keluar pun kan yang bikin takut ni yang mau lari kan ni apa ni kan. Stress man.
Very stressed. I know that situation and that feeling.
But I mean I was observing lah inside. There were a lot of lonely men in their late 40s,
There's a
early
lot in
50s.
Japan, yeah.
Diorang pergi sana kan siap ada tongkat diorang yang ada color-color yang entah dari mana keluar, mungkin dari bag diorang ke apa, bawa ada topi, pakai yang they really dressed up for that occasion and they want to live like their cartoon characters probably.
Yeah. The
So,
fantasy lah.
punya sedih selangan like I was just projecting in my head lah what is his life outside. Kalau sampai the only entertainment yang he resorts to is this.
Yeah, make cafe, anime, Akihabara lah basically, yeah. I have a Japanese friend, he's have that lifestyle. I think he's like in his 50s now, single, solo. Memang he dedicate his life with his work. And then after work, banyak duit kan, single solo guy. And then he own a house from his parents also. So he spend all his money on make cafe and those card debtor kah gitu. Yeah. And of course sometimes when Japanese met me as like foreigner, they will be more open so they will share their stories ni. Yeah. Because of one girl, I really lost my self-confidence. I look at him lah, dalam hati saya, I think all guys like that pa. Okay, hi. Yeah. Yeah, that's the stories lah. So sometimes listen to the story pun very interesting lah, the culture, how the way they develop that kind of culture in Japan. Yeah.
Traumatized kali kan.
Like when she asked
being
me
a foreigner is sometimes good juga lah.
For me it's a good thing lah. Because sometimes people thought I'm Japanese until when I mentioned my name. And then they realized
Flanegan.
Yeah, Flanegan.
Flanegan.
Usually they call me Frenny lah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Frenny-kun, Frenny-chan. So, a lot. So, yeah. I realize lah sometimes saya macam too straightforward. It hurts their heart because they never experience this kind of kena respond balik bah. Yeah.
Selalu orang just bow down to bullying lah.
Yeah. Like me, saya terus lawan balik. Even I experienced once lah, I saw a very old man try to basically ramas a schoolgirl ni in the train. Memang full pack of people lah. Yeah.
So, okay, bila dia buat itu
perempuan didn't do anything, just gitu saja lah. Tapi you can see her face memang mau menangis ni. My one and only experience, yeah. So I slapped the guy.
Wow.
Yeah.
What did you do?
I slapped his hand. I look at him.
Oh, terus apa dia bikin?
He look at me and then pretend lah nothing happened. And then when the doors open, tiba-tiba dia keluar. And I think the high school girl don't know what's happened lah, cause I didn't bising kan. Cause too many people. Yeah, I don't want to shout chikan, cause chikan is basically molest lah.
Oh.
Macam saya pun want to respect the old guy because saya fikir lah, what if the other family still want to earn money, this and that. Bahaya juga if I shout chikan, he lost his job, nanti dia depressed, jadi hikikomori, all this Japanese punya bad culture lah. So my solution is, saya tengok dia lah gitu saja.
Mungkin untuk dia, this is like, okay, hari
I think
4,
dia pun,
hari untuk saya people megang. Because they work like that kan macam, I mean not to generalize them lah, but they're very scheduled.
They scheduled, yeah.
So bila kau masuk, kau intervene terus yang, oi, this never happened before.
A lot lah.
I assume.
I can Japanese schedule lah. Even last time my boss bought me a calendar book ni, asked me to write down the schedule.
Oh.
Yeah.
I probably need that.
I have that habit lah, but that habit masih ada, just that jarang saya pakai sudah lah back in Malaysia. I still have one book. I just bought it like when saya balik for good lah this year January. I bought in KL Muji. Kosong sampai
Muji.
sekarang.
Oh my god, I love Muji. Ada satu kawan saya lah, dia yang racun saya. Oh ya, ada Muji sebelah KLCC. What's Muji? You don't know what is Muji.
Muji basically means means no brand bah tu. Dia punya meaning.
Apa?
No brand.
Huh.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a big brand for a brand that has no name.
Yeah, it says Muji lah, no brand, yeah. Or no name, yeah.
I like the small notebooks. I mean,
Yeah, they have too many kind of notebooks.
Yeah.
Sometimes I
I have
spend
too
half
many
an hour
notebooks.
juga. Banyak kali pergi Muji still spend there ni. Yeah.
Ya, boy. Nanti dah kau bawa balik lampu lah apa barang ni. It's almost like a posh version of Daiso.
Oh, you can say so lah. Yeah.
And
But there's lots of Daiso in Japan also. Like
yeah.
Surya, 500 yen, those kind of shop.
Bila saya kira-kira kan macam RM3 lebih saja jadi. There's one place I went to.
Oh yeah, the 100 yen, yeah.
100 yen ke? Yeah.
That was back in the days, 3 ringgit. Now it's almost 4 ringgit sudah.
Oh,
Yeah.
still cheap.
Still cheap, yeah.
Jadi RM5 lebih sudah. So, was life hard there? Sampai kamu balik sini atau was it?
Actually,
Why are you coming back?
I went there 3 times during my 20s.
Okay.
Until mid-30s lah, now sudah 34 kan. The first and second phase was enjoyable lah. The only reason why I kept on balik because of my parents. Every time saya balik, I look at them, makin tua bah. Saya pun pernah like, yeah, should I settle down ke? So settle down, tiba-tiba kena call. Do you still want to work in Japan? Terus pergi Japan lagi saya. Yeah. But last year was the macam how to say? I have to decide already lah, whether to settle down in Japan for good or really stay there, or just balik KK do what you can do lah. And then bad things happen lah the last 3 months before saya balik. Of course I won't say lah, cause he's my friend. I also respect him. So he did something that broken promise lah during the 3 years, our 3 years punya plan. Because of him also I quit my the leadership program that I got selected to.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So things didn't went well. Time tu pun bukan degil lah. Either if I stay there degil but struggle, and then time tu mau cari kerja, very hard to cari kerja as a photographer because from 2017 onwards the photography industry all over the world memang turun sudah lah because of video. Yeah. Which I myself realised lah what happened. Then I say lah, even I contact my ex company, I contact a few agency that knows me personally. Orang pun cakap, I can only give you contract per basis, but we cannot hire you as a full-time artist lah, photographer, under a contract as a representative. Like how I used to have during my first and second punya phase lah. Then I say, okay lah. Time to my savings, my SB semua saya kasih keluar kan. Mau habis duit sudah. But instead of like feeling stress, minta kasih like, okay lah, saya tinggal 4,000 ringgit kan, beli etiket lah. Terus time tu, nasib juga etiket. They gave me special price for naik first class, balik KK. Semangat terus balik KK.
6 hours of first class.
Yeah,
Okay.
I slept like not a dog, but like a pig lah. For 6 hours. I enjoy. Imagine first time you like really balik KK for good. Like first class balik. I think I only paid like 2,500. One way, of course expensive, but you think about first class bah. You have lounge again, to lounge pun semua free buffet. Saya sengaja pergi awal tau, on my last day. The first 4 hours at lounge, enjoy, makan, free drink semua. And then di atas ada gym. Like, sengaja lah duduk gym tu, nothing but like really want to enjoy the last moment of Japan lah. Yeah. You can watch the video lah. I did a last video vlog ni of my last day in Japan. Yeah. My friend say very sentimental ni. Dia tengok dia menangis. I don't know why.
But
Because you can see like memang I already decide bah. Yeah.
Japan is a special place lah. It's
For me it's a special place lah. Like really, how say? If I can go back there pun, I think I will just go back for holiday ni. Although I still have my resident visa until 2022.
really.
Yeah, 2 more years lagi expire. Yeah.
Dia kasi make sure kau dapat pergi Olympic tu.
Yeah. But memang sudah decide lah. Unless I'm married to a rich Japanese woman and like okay, I will support you everything. Terus saya fikir lah like shit lagi. But I know what happened lah. Itu pun berangan-angan saja. Yeah.
So what's the plan now? What you want to do in Sabah?
My direction pun memang I did change my direction lah. Like suddenly, maybe because last year, since 2018, lots of things happen nga. Like, tiap I went to depressed pun, itu pun I ask myself, saya depressed kah sekarang? I even ask my mom very straight ni, saya depressed kah ni? My mom say, are you joking? Like, saya pun tidak tahu. But the way you talk to me macam you're trying to make a joke ni. That's why I'm ask myself, do I depressed? Why? Like, fotografi pun saya tidak ambil gambar cause I stopped taking real photos since 2018 kan.
And I remembered you have no cameras?
Yeah, I have no cameras for 1 year. I sold
As
everything.
a photographer, that's weird.
I know. Yeah, I asked myself lah, and then at the end of the day, I say, oh, maybe I just need a break lah. Because I read a few photographer punya biography just to confirm myself. But did photography quit during the crisis? Yeah, like all my favorite photographer did quit lah in the mid-30s.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, what does mean I'm a real photographer lah? I asked myself. Like, Flanegan, no, campin lah. I asked myself lah, betul-betul saya ikut timeline ni as a photographer. So I quit. I really sold off all my camera. I bought a small one, M50. But but I rarely use my M50. Time di Japan, I do vlog lah instead of take photo. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good for vlogging.
Yeah. So suddenly from there, my brain automatic develop what kind of photography style I want to get into back ni. What kind of video I want to do, what I really want to do.
Have you started doing this?
In the long term? I'm planning. Itulah I bought a camera 3 months ago. Fujifilm. No more Canon. Sorry Canon.
Oh, yeah. Crispy again lah sekarang.
Yeah. So on personal work, I will focus more on black and white fine art lah. Yeah, I will do fine art. So I really want to sell my work as a fine art. But for works, that's why I come up with the idea of hinavamedia.
Tell me about that.
Hinavamedia, imagine J-pop, K-pop, Cantopop. But Sabah have their own, I don't call it Kadus Pop lah, because Sabah is a very multicultural place. I call it Bayu Wave, like Korean Hallyu Wave. So I want to create that contemporary culture for the world to see what Sabah has to offer ni.
So how
don't
can
know
this work?
How can it work? I'm still trying to find the solution lah. Okay. But I know I have to start creating content, and then.
So what is it now? Is it a website? Is it a channel?
I have all the website. At first, my website ada streaming video.
Okay.
I do everything by my own. Yeah, but I stopped the streaming video. I moved to YouTube, because God gave us a free platform, and I just use it. And then even my music streaming, I stopped doing it now, unless I found a good musician that really want to work together and promote their work outside using from internet. Then baru I start register like hinavamedia records lah. But for now I try to focus on video, creating content yet for stories, video, telling Sabah stories like for the people outside, bukan untuk orang kita saja. Although my hinavamedia tagline is media entertainment for orang kita. Yeah.
Something to think about. But then again, orang kita is
can be mean everything lah.
It can mean everything.
Mm-hmm. So that's my big ambitious lah. But apparently, usually when I tell this story to a few of my friends, my expectation, they might be give me a negative punya barang ni, but for the first time they all give me like positive ni. Sabahans, even orang KL.
Okay.
Yeah. Just that I don't know how to start lah. I don't know how am I gonna start it. I already start do video. Like I travel to Johor, like to Perak. I already start doing like a Sabahan Wandering Malaya type of series. But I want to move this to Sabah lah, do it fully. Not just focus on tourism, but really focus everything lah. Like Vice Channel, Vox, want to do something similar like that. Like really creating a content, everything about Sabah's story, so that more people will understand now what is Sabah. Look at the situation now lah. Although I don't want to get into the situation, the trigger they use the word Viviana, sorry, but they use that word. They don't really know what is happening in Sabah. So I think it's like a wake up call lah. For me lah, yeah. I don't know for others. So someone need to start. So that's why I start hinavamedia. I even register as SMA di KL. I even open a bank account.
Sudah.
Yeah, even the bankers tanya ini company apa nih? Media, advertising tidak tahu. Okay lah, they chop say like, oh, approve, okay lah. Yeah.
Just like that?
Yeah.
Yes, siok. Huh.
So that's the
Saya
idea.
notice kau punya jam.
My
You were
job.
talking about this watch just now.
That you can see.
Cuba kau cerita sikit. Saya suka tengok. Boleh kau buka? Coba.
Boleh, kau boleh try. Ini saya kena paksa pakai wak ni. No lah, saya tanya, kamu saya pakai ni jam kah? Saya cakap, boleh lah.
Can I?
Yeah. Nayan, I think if
Oh, this is nice.
yeah, if you're Sabahan, you know Nayan. So they rebranding the company into a proper lifestyle company lah, I say. By Sabahan Borneo, but to the world. Something similar like hinavamedia lah.
Dia punya
It's a high quality watch.
dia punya movement dari mana ni?
Dia punya movement, saya pun tidak tahu. I have to ask him. Because this one is not those typical Miyota movement like what they usually have on their first release.
Okay.
It's very smooth lah, you can see. Dia lurus ni, dia tidak thick like that kah. Dia betul
and
gitu
it
je.
feels very.
It's a diverse watch.
It feels very expensive. I'll give a link di bawah for you guys yang tahu.
You only can order online, pre-order.
Ini orang bujang punya geng.
Yeah. This one, so yeah.
So yeah,
Sempat lagi masuk video.
when we
My
walked
friend,
in,
yeah.
said, "Ui, kenapa berkilat
Terus
ni?"
nampak orang kilat ya. Just arrived
So
actually.
these guys are local kan?
Local.
I
orang
think
Sabah.
I heard them in Ben Uzair's punya Make It Happen bah kalau saya
Oh
silap
yeah,
dulu.
I think they went for the interview
Yeah.
dulu. Not like, yeah lah. For radio interview.
Berapa umur dia ni?
The youngest one is 30, another one is
Uish.
33 kah? Yeah.
Ayyo, they only going up.
Hopefully lah. I really wish them to
Kan? I mean,
bring the watch to ya.
it's good work. It's not cincai ni.
Bukan cincai ya. And it's limited edition, so
Cakap pusing.
masih pusing itu. Ya. Don't worry, cause I will take photo and video for them, so I will spend like don't know the whole day lah for 9 hours just to make sure the watch looks nice. Yeah.
When you say you take photos, sekarang kau aktif di mana? Instagram. Paling aktif di mana?
I try to post lah, cause I think I stopped posting.
I rarely
for
see
one year.
your
Yeah.
photos lately.
So I try to post actively on Instagram, but no those fine art punya foto just shock sendiri punya foto lah where I travel. Begitu saja. Cause my planning now is try to set everything on archive and start pack balik lah.
Oh.
Yeah. Just that I belum start everything lagi yet kan. Once I start everything all my old photo will be
Yeah,
archived
because
lah.
I've seen your works and your series. You are very. There's this. How you say kau punya methodology sangat tersusun mah. And I rarely see satu-satu keluar. Dia satu kali keluar banyak.
Oh yeah.
Is that why you don't do Instagram that much?
I think that's one of the reason also. Because there's one thing I hate about Instagram is they focus too much on the aesthetic. So when people into photography nowadays, they just want to copy the same thing apa orang tengok on Instagram. Yeah.
Apa yang trending?
Apa yang trending.
Hashtag.
So that they get more likes, more followers lah.
Oh god.
And then once this one I'm not trying to talk bad, but once they get the real job, panik dorang. Because I have a few friends in advertising say, yeah, we hired a few Instagram famous photographer. We see the picture very nice, but during real life photo shoot, they have no idea how to do all the settings, camera. They don't understand what kind of lighting they want. Yeah. So
Because
saya pun like ada frustrated lah, cause I spend my time to craft this stuff, trial and error. Tiba-tiba orang just go to YouTube, how to do this kind of effect. Terus orang buat, shoot the same thing, and then post, terus banyak orang like. It's part of the
Now we
algorithm, I
understand.
believe. Yeah.
Now we understand that Instagram lifestyle is totally different than professional photographer,
Oh yeah, indeed.
professional videographer.
Not only professionals, but you can see those athlete go tinguk also. You thought they are real athlete on Instagram, but actually they are not. Or like
Oh, wow.
those rich Asian selalu suka tunjuk jam, suka tunjuk duit, and then you realize they only work as an assistant for orang kaya gitu. Banyak lah, I observe this kind of stuff. Cause
Yeah
one
lah.
photographer, you have to dig more on the story. So I also used to in university, my major is photojournalism.
Oh.
Yeah. So I have to dig all the stories lah just to get the right facts before I post everything dulu. So I have that habit lah, every time I see Instagram this model, want to ambil gambar that, but I need to know the background dulu. Yeah.
Alright. Oh, Nunuk Ragang series.
My nunuk ragang.
If you guys see this series yang on HSBC punya bangunan,
Dulu
Gaya Street, and it was there berapa lama? 1 tahun
Quite
lebih
long
kan?
lah, I think. More than
It was
that.
like orang kita punya gambar,
Yeah.
kerajaan dusun Murut, I think.
Rungus.
Rungus.
Yeah.
And it was done during the bonding with Gaya Street, tu kan?
Yeah, bonding with Gaya Street.
And then Flanegan participated in the exhibition punya site lah. So tampal this really nice photo printed by Suchong.
By Suchong.
Suchong printing Chun punya. I think this is the longest you can call it a street art exhibition. Was exhibited out in the open until it was vandalized.
Either vandalized or angin kuat lah, I also don't know.
There was a gig.
Oh, there was a gig.
There was a gig that day
Oh, okay,
on Saturday.
right.
And then a lot of these people yang mau pergi tu gig di mana punya gig tu ah.
Dia
Saya
one
lupa saya.
di
Dia
KK
sana lah
hall
dia punya
lah,
limpas, dia punya tempat because they spray painted a few artworks di ada juga di tiang-tiang tadi tu.
Oh, okay.
Before Sabah, the pillars of Sabah lah. So a big suspect was the kids from the gig lah. Suspect sajalah. Maybe.
My juniors
So mungkin dia nampak being rebellious, dia kasih koyak lah kali. And I was like, what? Yeah, we made like a big hoo-ha juga lah.
Yeah, even
because-
get into the newspaper itu yang saya terkejut.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think my father cut it for me, terus dia simpan, because I have one file where I got macam features on newspaper or book bah.
Let me tell you the story.
Yeah.
I got really pissed bila saya nampak tu itu barang kena kasih turun, kena kasih koyak. I called Amy dah
Amy, yeah.
punya post. Mi, saya mau kasih kau cerita. Kau tulis dia lah. Apa lagi ni? Sudah ini orang sudah kena kasih koyak ni. Okay, tulis.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I think Anik pergi gambar. Next day keluar.
Next day keluar.
Baru tahu.
Oh, yalah je, I think I remember you posted on the Facebook post. Then the next day, my friends semua share ni masuk newspaper.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
anything art related dulu kan, saya terus kasih salur pergi Anik or Amy lah. Memang
Amy,
dia orang lah saya punya go-to person to
person.
publicize.
Oh, okay, yeah. Baru saya tahu. But for me, tahan for 1.5 or 2 years,
It's
lama
really
sudah
good
tu
lah.
ya. Because usually I have one friend when they saw the post you posted bahkan, my Australian classmate lah dulu. So like, if you do this in Australia, the next day kena kasih apa tu?
Yeah, itulah.
Yeah. So you have to be happy lah, because it lasted for more than a year.
Betul juga
So
lah.
suddenly saya pun sana, oh yeah, true also. Like, thank you mate. That's a reply. Yeah.
Count your blessings.
Yeah.
Oi, berapa jam sudah ni?
Yeah.
Last question lah.
Last question.
Hinava sudah. Macam-macam so kau bikin ni.
Don't know, I think I did a lot of stuff, tapi saya tiada sedar ni sampai kawan saya tanya, so you did music out of the blue and then you produce like very good music. Kenapa kau tiba-tiba stop? I can't afford to buy the software. That's the reason. Mahal tu software. If you want to have a proper one. Usually in my mind, I already have the tune I want bah. And then you want to have the tune, you have to pay 2,000 ringgit. Like, yeah, I cannot afford. What if I DIY myself? I cannot get the sound I want. Yeah.
What?
Itulah.
So that's your challenge.
That's my challenge. Yeah.
Okay. Do you think? I mean, I feel like you realize what the answer is.
Mm.
Then
The answer
probably it's time to work on that lah.
on that.
Yeah.
Itulah hinavamedia though. Yeah.
Is hinavamedia going to be a collaborative kind of work?
It will, because hinavamedia is a platform, but my 15 years goal, hinavamedia will be like a media mogul in Borneo kah. So not just a production house gitu.
That sounds good.
So people will come and work together, or maybe I will see in the future, I see YouTube, a good singer, no one, maybe only have 30 views, but
Kamu promote
Yeah.
sikit.
gitu lah. This one I heard from my friend. If there's masters in K-pop and J-pop kan, I will pass it like with flying colors nih. Yeah, cause I'm into, I don't know why I'm into Japanese idol and Korean idol. Maybe because I like the experience when I went to the concert for the first time. I went to Australia, I went to like rock concert. I went to all that kind of concert. Tapi orang perform saja, and then they just communicate you like that. Like you don't really know them, but you see them still as a mysteries nih. And then in Japan, once I started to, memang lama sudah lah into J-pop. I started to like J-pop because of this girl group named Morning Musume lah.
Right.
I think some people know who is Morning Musume. Memang old school lah, but they keep on changing members every year. Yeah. So they give chance to the younger people lah. So the name of the group still remain the same.
Best ya?
Best. But you feel weird lah, cause last year I went to the concert. I only know 2 people, cause dorang last day for 10 years with in the group. Cause they are like, if you think about age kan, dorang dua legal lah to support lah as a fan. But the others like below 16 years old, kamu like, why I went to this concert lah? I asked myself, but I like the experience cause they communicate and then dorang tell a story lah. So that kind of concert I really memang suka ni.
So you want that here?
I wanted to bring everything here, and then I wanted to create that kind of concept Bayou-wave, and then to make Bayou-wave like very famous lah. Like orang Vietnam tiba-tiba suka penyanyi from Sabah. Yeah.
I would like to know
Yeah.
more about this.
It's a very long story how it started, but it's all started how I like J-pop. I create my own J-pop music, and then tiba-tiba K-pop because of Kara, 2009, and then tiba-tiba I know how, when I see behind the scene how they create the music, that's why I bought all my MIDI lah. Terus tiba-tiba I can create my own song. Yeah. That's why people always terkejut. Do you know you're good at mixing? My Japanese friend, he's a mixer. No, I just hear what I hear. I just do lah apa yang ngam, what I want to listen. You don't know your talent, dia cakap. I don't know. I just do what I like lah. If I have that beat, I know that beat. Yeah. Gitu. That's why I stopped. I think I only do music from, before that, underground band lah. Saya main drum, and then almost kena selected. This I don't talk about this lah. Memang ini classified sudah. Adalah there's a audition, saya pergi menyanyi last minute, almost kena selected to join this program.
Thing lah.
Yeah. Last minute saya pun chicken out lah, cause I never thought myself as a singer. Yeah. Then
Quite mysterious lah ni.
I do lots of stuff when it comes to creative stuff. And then the last one is in 2016 lah, I bought my first MIDI in Japan. And I thought MIDI, once you bought a MIDI, you can start do music. Satu kali buka, please install this software.
Alamak.
Trial 30 days.
Okay.
So in 30 days I create 20 songs lah.
What?
Yeah. You search lah Hinavatune. That's why I use the word hinavamedia. So my my alter ego name as a musician is Hinavatune. Yeah.
Okay.
Masih ada in sounds.
Hinavamedia. Okay, let me just put all the links in the description. Thanks for being here, man.
Yeah. I've been waiting actually.
Yeah. Dari MCO lagi kami planning.
Yeah.
He sent his files and I saw his video. I felt it was really good. It's still here in my hard disk. Tapi it just doesn't suit the show. I need this lah. This. I need the fist bump.
The fist bump. Though I'm still searching myself lah. Just that usually I get the answer from my friend or from someone I just met for 2 weeks, and then they look at my work suddenly say, "You're not a photographer, then you're an artist, you're a pure artist but using visual art form. Said, am I an artist? It's like,
Kalau kamu ada bingung-bingung dengan ini interview because it's so deep, tidak deep, tapi macam ada banyak benda yang diawang-awangan because
that's
we
my
are
character lah, I can
Yeah.
say. People don't understand me a lot.
and we're both artistic and our brains pun ada different kind of wave. But I'll give a detailed description on Flanegan di bawah, so you guys can know him better, because this guy is very taiko when it comes to photography. His work is very good.
Thank you.
He paved a lot of, how you say dia yang duluan lah buat all these how you say things that we start to understand about contemporary photography. Like he said just now, apa gambar tidak description atau very minimal description, but why? And today I got my answer. So habis
Yeah.
kan?
Think habis lah. Think lah. Of course today I had
Anything you want to say?
Today I had a video shoot. Even my friend gave me that answer lah what you cakap tadi. It's like not a wake up call for me. Like I know who am I a little bit. Yeah.
You know.
I think I know
It's
just that I just ignore lah, cause I just want to create something.